Crypto holders, the exact move that we have been hoping for the last week is now finally happening, and I wanted to give you a quick update telling you exactly what is going on and what I'm doing right now. So without further ado, look, I'm super excited and I just want to jump straight into the video. So over the last couple videos, what I've been telling you all to watch extremely closely was Bitcoin's attempt to break out of both this descending channel and from below this golden zone. I said if Bitcoin's price can break out of this descending channel and break through this golden zone, I'm under the belief that the door of opportunity for Bitcoin to push up towards 129,000 or even as high as $136,000 is wide open. Now, yesterday it started to happen. Bitcoin's price got super close to the top side of this channel, and I said, listen, Bitcoin might be trying to make this breakout right now. And so what did I say in that video? I said, you need to watch what is happening right now very closely. Because if Bitcoin breaks out of, from within this golden box, man, things could start to get nuts. And guys, just less than 24 hours later, Bitcoin's price not only breaks through that golden zone, but exactly as we thought, the second it broke through it, it absolutely took off another 2.7% to the upside, getting up to $123.7 thousand at the time of recording and getting incredibly close to an all-time high. Now, as this is happening, the altcoin market is also following through. If we look at the day, many cryptos such as Cake, IMX, ETHFi, SPX, and ZEC are all up as high as 12 to 30%, with most altcoins up around 1 to 2% right now. Now, this is a little bit of a slower day for the altcoin market, but it's normal because all eyes are on Bitcoin, and typically it takes them a couple days before they can start gathering momentum. But all in all, the exact move, as I mentioned before, that we were looking for Bitcoin to break through this golden zone has now happened. And based on performative historical data, or historical performative data, sorry, what we can now assume is that the door to the upside, the door to the all-time high is now wide open. And all Bitcoin needs to do, truthfully, is just get above this previous high right around 124.3K. If Bitcoin can break above 124.3K, I think it's all but certain that Bitcoin's price breaks up towards 129 or possibly as high as $136,000, and the full complete breakout that we have been talking about for over a week will have been complete. Matter of fact, if we go look at my channel, I'm not trying to brag, but I just have to bring this to your attention because this is crazy. 7 days ago, I said, finally, some good news for crypto. The next day, I said, I just bought Ethereum and XRP. Here's why. And I told you about the descending channel. The next day, I told you that Bitcoin is also in that descending channel and I missed it. The next day, I told you, listen, it looks like we might be getting a breakout soon. The next day, the pump started and Bitcoin started to attempt to break out. And then after it started to break out, I said, listen, if this breakout continues, we are heading towards those all-time highs. And look what happened. Bitcoin made the move that we have been calling for, asking for, looking for the last week. And so for those of you just like me who were willing to go in and willing to buy and willing to accumulate on Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, XRP, and many more when prices were down, when we were in fear just 5-6 days ago, massive congratulations to all of you, because this is the exact move that we were hoping for. Now, the question that many of you have is, well, Tyler, what do we do right now, right? For those of us who maybe did get in, let's talk to you first, right? For those of you who did get in, what is the move? Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I am taking some profits off the table again right now as we speak. What we can see is that Bitcoin is now approaching that massive zone of resistance, that previous all-time high at 124K. And as it's making that approach of that resistance, we are starting to notice things like the 4-hour RSI, for example, slowing down. Do you see how Bitcoin is putting in these higher highs up here, but its 4-hour RSI is still drooping and it's still kind of lagging? That's a sign that the bulls are starting to lose a little bit of strength. And that obviously can be an indicator that we are going to see some sort of pullback sometime soon. Also, the Crusader signal, it just released the sell strength 1 signal just about 16 hours ago. The last time that we saw this signal go off was right back here, right before Bitcoin saw this massive pullback all the way to $107,000. So when I start to notice these bearish divergences forming on the RSI, Crusader signal showing us sell signals, it's like, yeah, it's probably a good time to take a little bit of profit. And so what I did is I went in and I took some profit off my Bitcoin bag, and I also took some profit off my altcoin bags, which are all also pushing into their resistance zones. For example, you can see Ethereum is now at the top side of its descending channel. Solana is right at the top side of this golden Fibonacci zone. XRP is now trying still to break out of its own descending channel, but it is kind of having a little bit of a battle right now that is seemingly struggling, right? So in addition to Bitcoin, I've taken profit on my altcoins as well, just in case Bitcoin's price wants to slow down here at this all-time high, maybe even pull back, maybe you want to come back to flip some resistance into support and then try to make that move. I'd rather have some dry powder ready for a pullback rather than just kind of wait that pullback out, right? So my current game plan and strategy is to go in, take some medium to large profits off Bitcoin and the rest of my altcoin positions that are up, stack some cash to the side, and let this puppy ride. If Bitcoin's price can break out to 100 or break out above this previous all-time high, again, I think we're going to push up towards 129, maybe even as high as 136, and complete that exact move that we are looking for. But even if Bitcoin's price doesn't make that move and it does pull back, now that we have broken this golden zone, listen, the door is open. And so even if Bitcoin wants to pull back right now and come all the way back down to 113, I'm fine with it because the likelihood of Bitcoin trying to find some support and pushing up towards these higher levels is now much higher than it has been in a very, very long time. This is an absolutely fantastic thing for the market. It's a great sign for crypto holders. And I think there is a very strong chance that Bitcoin sets an all-time high, either in this move we're in right now or after we get one more pullback and correction to the downside. Maybe we go down to liquidate some of these traders as low as 117K, and then we try to make a move. Now, listen, nothing's guaranteed, and sure, Bitcoin could just triple top out right here and go back down, but that's a low probability thing. I don't think that's going to happen, and I'm not going to prepare. I'm not going to worry about that right now until I start seeing real signs that that's on the way. So all in all, this is an absolutely fantastic moment, a fantastic day for the crypto market and for the Bitcoin price. And ideally, if Bitcoin can break through this all-time high, I think we're really going to see that liquidity flow back to our altcoins, and we could hopefully start to see a real altcoin rally continue here in the crypto market. So again, major shout out to all of you who have been with me throughout this whole week, looking for this move, talking about the descending channel, buying against the grain, going in when everybody else was scared, because now we're locking in profits when most people are FOMOing back into the market. So big ups to all of you guys, an absolutely fantastic play, and I'll keep you updated as it all plays out. Guys, don't forget, if you do want to stay as fully up to date as possible here on the channel, all you got to do is hit that subscribe button right here, and also head over to my Instagram, which is called The Life of Tyler Hill, where I post analysis on all your favorite cryptos every single day, and even over there, we've been talking about this move. So feel free to go follow me on those different places. If you are trading crypto, check out the link to BTCC down below, and all in all, I hope you guys are having an absolutely fantastic day. As I mentioned before, I'll keep you updated here, and I also will, one thing I did forget to mention before we go, that I always keep the school members fully up to date in the Discord. As you can see, I told them just earlier that I was going to be taking some profits, and I update them every single day on the moves that I am making. And so if you want to stay fully updated with what I'm doing in real time, head to the link to the school down below and feel free to go check it out. But all in all, again, it has been an absolutely fantastic day. Congratulations to all you holders out there, and I'll see you all very soon in the next video. Peace out, everybody.